Hello Facebook, it's 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK. It's Thursday, it's time for Inspired by Invideo, creating short business videos easily with myself, Stephen Healey, and John Upton. So without further ado, let's take the card off the screen and we shall buy magic.
Up here.
There we are.
Hello.
Right, okay. Now I'm in my office today, as you can see. And I'm in his office too, as you can see.
The tricks of XSplit or whatever it is that you use.
Indeed, XSplit VCAM. Right now, the form in the shows is that we have an instructional video from John, which we'll show in a moment. Then we have a general chat, and then we show an example video or two as well. Now, we rely, not every week, but some weeks, on people actually sending us in videos. If you're creating videos within Invideo, then we'd like to showcase your videos on our broadcasts. And we're happy to say that the broadcast before last had over 4,000 views. So you are reaching out to a new audience and we can help you. We are both inspired by Invideo, and it's over to John to describe this week's topic.
This week's topic is there was a bit of a thread that I got involved in about animated logos and how can I get my logo to make more of a part of the video. Right. So that's what we're going to look at today. We're going to look at logos.
Would you like to be on screen for this or not?
Nah, you can hear me enough. You don't need to see my... And I went out to get a haircut this morning and the blooming barber's was shut.
Oh, that's good planning. Right, okay. Switch John's camera off and we'll switch my camera off as well, which means that the video is full screen and now we're about to press play. So thank you for joining us. Let's go.
Look at how we can use logo revealers either at the beginning or the end of our video project to give information to the client as to how to contact you. So we're going to look at logo revealers, and as you can see there are quite a few available here in different sizes, doing different things, square ones, up letterbox ones, etc. We're going to pick on this one here. Okay, it's called Travel Intro, but I'm going to create a social media intro using it. I'm going to do it in wide format because everything I do is pretty much in wide format. So I've now got this particular video here, and if I click on any of it, I can now store it there, and by looking at the layers I can see all the different segments that are available. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the www bit and use one of my own domain names, thinkanddo.co.uk. Okay, got the name, but I think it's really a bit on the weak side, so I'm going to find a thicker one, and I quite like this Helvetica thing here because it's pretty much how I use it in real life. I'm going to make it bigger and I'm going to pull it back central. Right, okay, so we saw that we got lined up there using that. I'm then going to go and change all of these to the matching thing. I quite like the look of these, so I'm not going to fiddle with these at all. I'm just going to leave them alone. Oh, would help of course if I could spell. And then just do the last one. Think and do. Okay, so that's given me that. If I go back to my layers, I can click on my logo and I can change my logo. Now I've already uploaded my logo because I've used it on a number of projects, and here is my Think and Do logo. I'm going to drop that on there, and likewise I'm also going to make this quite a bit bigger move it back into there. Okay, so really this is great, but it's got nothing to do with the flowers that are on it. So I'm now going to go click on the media, and I'm going to change the media. So I'm going to go over to media, and a lot of what I do is social media, so I'm going to type social media. Oh, I'm lousy at spelling, as most of you can see, so I'm going to create social media, and that's going to show me a number of different social media orientated videos. I quite like this because it's got a 3D effect from Storyblocks, so I'm going to pull that onto here. I'm going to tell it to replace. I'm not going to use quite the full video. I'm going to cut it down to 9 seconds. Done. And I quite like the cross hatchings, but if I wanted to get rid of the cross hatchings, I could have unlocked the overlays and deleted those. So let's have a look. We've changed it, and although it was about travel originally, look here. In a few seconds I've created what could be a good outro for people to find me, because it has my various different social media addresses and my website. So that's really about creating one. And what I'm going to do is export that now, and then we can have a look at it in high res, and then I'm going to show you a couple of other ones.
I think I got the time. And we say hello to Kelly, who says he's watching.
Good, good, good. So what I showed you there is that you can have a very, very simple one. You saw the one with the bubbly bits in the background with just the logo and the web address, through to a more interactive one, the butterfly travel one, where you've actually got 2 videos, a subscribe button, etc. And the logo is the attempt to look like a butterfly in the top corner.
Right. Now, the interactive part. Sorry?
So I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Kelly,
yeah.
Can you hear me?
No.
Kelly?
Keep coming and going, Stephen.
Okay, let's try this.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, right, okay.
Can't hear you now.
Well, I wasn't speaking. Am I speaking now? You're answering and saying that...
Your mouth is moving, but I'm not hearing anything.
Okay, the floor is yours. Back in a second. Okay,
it looks like Stephen's going to have to rebuild. He's having a few little issues with his timings. You can hear him, but it isn't in tune with his mouth. So he's just going to quickly restart his browser bit and come back, and you can see XSplit's coming in now. That's how Stephen gets his fancy office background. This is my real office background. No green screen here. I hope people found the intro videos interesting. You can, you know, do quite a bit with them as intros and as outros, and you just need to keep them reasonably brief. 1 or 2 well, probably 3 seconds as an intro, and probably maximum of 8 or 9 seconds as an outro. He's back.
Right. Kelly said he could hear us both.
Yeah, we could hear you, Stephen, but it wasn't at the same time as your lips were moving.
Oh, that wasn't what you said? If it wasn't...
No. First of all, I couldn't hear you at all. Then we could hear you, but you would speak, but we didn't hear you until a couple of seconds after you'd spoken.
Wasn't synced.
Yes, that's a nice way of putting it.
Right. Okay, I can live with not being synced. But it's
You're
better.
perfect now.
It's better when everything's working as it should be. Thank you, Kelly, for helping. All right. Okay. So we had problems there somewhere along the line, but we're being heard in Canada. So all good.
Well,
right.
Gentleman from Canada, because Barry's here as well, Barry Loxton.
Ah, Barry's here.
Yeah.
He is. Hello, Stephen, watching from Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Welcome. Right. Now, okay, I want to ask a couple of questions about the video last week and the video this week.
Okay.
And really, my topic of the day is... You ready for this?
Go on.
Look, so planning. Yeah. Now, when you did the video last week, it was apparent that although you were doing it as in one take, and it was brilliant, that you'd actually thought about it before. How important is that bit?
I did the whole damn thing before.
You
I recorded it after I'd done it once, when I knew exactly where everything was, and well, I think I had my cheat sheet here. Yeah. I produce a cheat sheet like this when I'm doing the videos, except for today I didn't have the time to do my cheat sheet.
So how do you put the cheat sheet together?
I put the cheat sheet together,
because
I do it, yes, and then I'll go to the scene, and each of these copies...
Hang on, let's put you full screen. Carry on.
Okay, each of these is a scene in the video that you saw last week.
Yeah.
Copied from the first time, and then when I go live to record it, I have the cheat sheets in front of me. Right. So I know what media I've got to put on that page, what text I've got to put on that page, and I make a little note, although there wasn't any on that particular sheet, but I make a little note next to it of what keyword I use to find the media.
Right. So
as it happens last week, all of the videos and pictures that were shown in last week's came using the one keyword of dementia.
Right. So in essence, you actually do a trial run, find all your images.
Yeah. I don't do this for real. If I'm doing something for work, if you like,
right,
I've sorted all my images out before I even think about doing a video. Yeah.
Right.
And quite often I've shot them myself. Yeah. You know, like product video pictures, or I've got them from the manufacturer of the product.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, with regard to this week's video,
yes.
First of all, my first question is that video interactive? In other words, can I press on one of the Twitter handles or Facebook handles?
No, they're not interactive.
Right. Is there any way of doing that?
You need a third. Right. You can do those kind of things in the player. Yeah.
Right.
So, for instance, I own a subscription to a product called Video Remix, which basically is a player where you can customize areas. Yeah. So, like if you wanted to click on the domain name, you could customize that area, as a block, and when the person clicks on it, it can literally take them there. But it's done in the player. It's not done in the video.
Right. So that's Video Remix.
Video Remix. There's hosts of them. And again, you can host in somewhere like Vimeo and do those kind of things.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So effectively, when I say another product, it's a host. Yeah. With product with that. So you don't run the video from your own website. You don't run the video from your own machine or anything like that. You upload the video to the product, and then you put overlays on the video which enable you to create the clicks, etc. And there's loads of them, 20, 30, 40 even, of these kind of products. So
post-processing, you take the video from Invideo and you use the video player, Video Remix, to actually
I say Video Remix is, I mention that simply because I have my main product that I came into this marketplace with was called Dropmock, and it's matured over the years, but it ain't as good as Invideo. It just isn't, because you can't decide how many scenes you have. They're all fixed. You get 4 scenes or 5 scenes, and that's it. You can't make your own scene up. You just fill out the blocks. But if you're just starting video, it's great for that sort of thing. But as part of that, I got a subscription to Video Remix, so you can overlay what you do in there. And so the two of them work together, and they run seminars all the time together, and they sell it as one product when in fact it's really 2 products. But you can take any MP4 and do this to it. It does not matter how you made the MP4.
Gotcha. Right. Point from Kelly. Point 1. Yes, the video last week was great, and the text was a good fit for the videos you used. And that's basically how I feel too.
The text, came first. The videos came after the text. Yeah, does that make sense?
Well, could you explain where the text came from?
The text came from a Facebook post of a care home in the States. And somebody, the care home are not in my arena, for want of a better word, friends, whatever, but another person who is posted their poster with the 10 phases on, and I thought, that looks good. So I copied it, printed it out, and then we went from there. So the words were somebody else's words, and I just found images via Invideo to match. And almost all of them came from the one we just seen. My brain has just died. Storyblocks.
Oh dear. We've got to explain, we're running an hour less than we normally do, and it's been quite a hectic day for both of us. Right. Over to Kelly again. And Kelly is saying, I see lots of people asking where you can post the videos you make.
Anywhere. Client ones almost certainly go on the client's own YouTube, and at some stage I must put some of them up on my own YouTube site. But a lot of them go on customer websites as well. And of course, we post them on Facebook, and we post them on Twitter. The only thing with Twitter is you got to remember, it's to get onto Twitter, it's got to be 1280 by 720. If you put up a full HD video, it will fail. and 29 seconds max, and 50 meg max.
Precise. That's quite precise.
Yep.
It's a 30
the idea is it's 30 seconds, but if you make a 29-second video, when you transfer it to someone, because things always stretch or shrink, if you make it 29 seconds, you don't need to worry about being kicked off because it's exactly 30 seconds and it fails because it's 30.1 seconds or whatever.
Now you've got different formats on all the networks. How do you cater for that?
I only ever use MP4.
Right. So the ratio.
The ratio. Well, when I make them in Invideo, I almost certainly everything I make is made using the do-it-yourself section, where you start totally from scratch. And if you build your video in there, you can then convert it to the square, and you can convert it to the upright letterbox format automatically by duplicating it in new format. It does mean you may have to drag things around. Right. And in fact, I think I did a video about that about just before Christmas as an answer to somebody else, or was it even in here? I don't know. But I did a Christmas card, which started as a 16:9 and then became a square and then became an upright.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to rack my brain and find it, or it may well be in the Invideo group.
I'm pretty sure it's actually in the Stephen folder on my bit in the sky. Right. You have access to. So.
Yeah. Kelly's saying yes. The text first in creating the video, and okay, hang on. Let's find it, Kelly. YouTube and blogs too, right? Yep. Okay.
I don't have a blog. I know Stephen does, but I don't. It's not something that's ever really appealed to me.
Do you know, I've got a blog that gets thousands of views every single month, and I don't do anything with it. After this show, one of Animura's piece of software called Simple Social Press will take this video with the description, with all the comments, and create a blog from it. And then it goes straight onto my blog and gets posted. So within an hour of our finishing this show, it'll be live on my blog, and the video will play.
I have 2 customer blogs that I maintain, but somebody parts with money for that to happen. Blogging is not something that appeals to me. It's just personal taste. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, true. We can't be everywhere.
I mean, if you look at Sarah and Kevin, shotgun blogs, and they do very well out of their shotgun blogs. Yeah. But it's just not me.
That's what they do. They blog, they write. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can't do everything. So on that note, I'm going to show my little video, which is just a quick example of what you can do with Invideo. And this I'm going to use as a template, and it is a draft. You're actually seeing it first. John's seeing it for the first time too, and it's not very long, but it is, well, let's just see what it does. Now, I've got to be honest here. That's just simply a prototype. But I feel it's one of those areas where you can actually do a trailer which you could reuse in another project.
Yep.
Yep. So that's just a test of what I'm playing around with at the moment. The time is a bit limited, he said, stating the obvious. Right. Okay. Let's just go back a little bit because I want to go back to oh yeah, yes, we want to say a big thank you to everybody who watches these shows. We're blown away by the reception the show has had, and if you want to be part of the show, then ask myself or John, and you can join in. We can show your in-video videos like we've done with Kelly and with Kevin, which it's time we got back to Kevin, and Holly the other day, and Angelica as well. And Angelica's video has been seen all around the globe. Well, it's actually Katie's video, not Angelica's. So we can promote your video. This is a commercial show, and we're here to promote yourself and in video. And John is here to share the tips. Kevin Arrow we just mentioned, and it's time.
I had an interesting occurrence in the week. Somebody couldn't do something and asked me if I would produce a little video of how to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did.
It's becoming the go-to guy. That's what we were told in 2005. And now it's coming true. So done, where can you post your videos?
Anywhere and everywhere. That's
true. And what I'm going to do is we've got all the episodes on YouTube in HD, and I'm going to annotate them to some degree so that you've got a library there and you can search the library and you're able to find the topics that John's covered in the shows and the people that we've featured. Right. Okay, now I'm going to take my life in my hands, given that the sound failed a moment ago, and we're going to go over. I hope Kevin's seen that. Come back, Kevin. I'm going to take the picture, that video down. Every so often, we have to go and look at the Invideo site because it keeps changing. I'm going to screen share now, and we're going to hop over to the Invideo site and share the screen, and I'm going to bring it up on screen, and you'll be able to see it when I press that button, because that's changed too. I'm going to turn my camera off and John's camera off, and we're going to give you a guided tour of the current Invideo site. That's quite a good video, really. It shows, well, you know, I like it. I like it. Now, first thing you've got to do is to log in. So that's the new front page, and we're logging in. I need to. I'm not saying I was pressing the wrong page, but I was pressing the wrong page. Need to log in. You can log in with Facebook if you wish, and that worked well, didn't it? It did.
Right. Do you want to add it to Dashlane? We all now know that you use Dashlane.
I do. I'm proud of it too. Right. Okay. Now this is the new startup screen. It used to just have 3 options, didn't it? Now it's got 6. Would you like to run through them, John?
Okay. Article to video, is the one I used last week. Where I created the listicle. URL to video is where you give it a URL and it grabs info from the page that you can then supplement. Pre-made templates, that's pre-made templates, and now it even has a search facility. Hooray! And there's thousands, not 100, thousands of them to look at. Logo revealers is what we did today.
Yeah.
And Media First hadn't actually played with yet, other than to open it and have a look. And that's basically where you can select all your videos, enter your text, enter your title, and then press a button and it will assemble the text and the videos that you've chosen and put together, videos, media, etc. you've chosen together. And blank canvas is what I normally use. That's where you simply start from scratch and build your own, and you can have any number of scenes that you want. So that's quick explanation of the 6.
Very good. And next week, I'll take my life in my hands and I will do a demonstration. You heard it here first of URL, well, this one. Right. Okay. Let's come back to us because we're about that time. So we're going to hide that screen, which brings John and I back in a second. This is live, folks. Get John back, get me back, and we're all good. And back to the comments. And yep, we're up to date. Right. Okay. Well, that was good. Learned something new.
Yeah. Hope people have found it useful today. We're running an hour late, but it was for a very good reason. So, you know, if you were used to seeing us at 4, don't worry. 5 o'clock was just as good as 4.
True. And we're back at the same time at 4 next week, 11 a.m. Eastern. Back to our normal slot. So, without further ado,
it's time
to say goodbye for now.
So it's goodbye from me, it's goodbye from him, and it's goodbye from the UK. See you all again next week. Bye-bye.
I should do a frame. I'll do a frame for next week as well. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.